The apostles came back to Jesus and reported all that they had done and taught. Jesus said to them, "Come away by yourselves to some more remote place and rest a while." For there were many people coming and going, and the apostles had not yet even had time to eat. So they went away in a boat to a deserted place. The people saw them leaving, and many recognized them. So they ran there together on foot from all the cities and got there ahead of the apostles. When Jesus went ashore, there was a large crowd waiting for him, and he felt compassion for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began to teach them many things. My friends, the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you, North Heights Lutheran, this is all like, you could have done this from the back, right? So if you happen to be a person who reflects on the upcoming readings for this weekend, you may have noticed that the gospel and the readings that we proclaimed tonight were really the gospel readings for last week, because we inadvertently flipped the pages. So tonight's gospel got proclaimed last week. But this one was really important. So I felt like we had to listen to this one, because when he steps off, that's when he feeds the 5,000, and 5,000 was what happened tonight. So you can't mix up the story. And it's really an important piece of what I think our community is about, what was in tonight's gospel. So if these past few weeks have held any lesson for me personally, and maybe even for us as a community, I believe it may well be an affirmation of our Sabbath rest for these 5 months. You see, my friends, Jesus may not have had the benefits of modern psychological development or even mental health, right? I mean, he didn't have that stuff, but I do believe that Jesus understood the importance of carving out time to put boundaries, I call it, boundaries on our life force energy that lies within each and every one of us. Going away to rest for a while, it's really more than just getting away. I used to think it was just like, escaping, like going to the lake or going, but getting away to rest for a while is really about allowing ourselves to put our lives, basically place our lives in the hands of our loving God and being held and embraced and nurtured and loved by our God. Just to put yourself there in God's embrace. Those are experiences that allow us, I know at least from my own experience, those times allow us to be in tune with the other times that God shows up in our lives, even in our busyness. Now the problem is, I think maybe even one of the biggest challenges we face is that we think that the way we are being has nothing to do with God, right? Like this is work, this is home, and then this is church. And like they're all disconnected. But the biggest challenge I think we face in life is realizing that this whole thing is one big reality. That we dwell in one big reality with a God who walks through us and through it all with us, if only we're allowing ourselves to be aware enough. Everything and every way we are being in our lives is holy. Think about this. I thought about this last night. Got a text from a dear friend showing me a campfire, and I thought, being there would be holy, right? Just sitting around a fire with friends can be holy. Changing a diaper can be holy. It can be terrible too, but it can be holy. It really can, right? Having a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, just being in the presence of your family or your friends can be holy. Folding clothes can be holy. Eating a meal can be holy. Doing dishes, watering plants, sleeping. They all can be opportunities for divine refreshment. pay attention to the God who may be tapping us on the shoulder saying, hey, remember me? Hey, remember me? A dear friend of mine sent me a video this week. That's this thing behind me. It was a beautiful reminder, I think, of what we do when we pay attention to the God who's tapping us on the shoulder, if you will. When we pay attention to when God is saying to us, hey, I'm here, pay attention to me. And then we become what we were created to be, actually to be the heart and the hands and the feet and the voice of Christ in our world. I think that's what Sabbath rest does for us. Challenges us to be aware enough, to have spent enough time with God to realize, wow, we might be being invited. I'd like to invite you to just watch this video with me, and then we'll conclude our reflection. Should out there, but hang on. That's it.
Shoulder taps. So, Tony and I are having lunch at California Pizza Kitchen the other day. Across from us, I noticed this elderly woman sit down. She's dressed nicely and she's at a large table by herself for about 5 minutes. And then what appears to be her daughter shows up, and I don't recall 2 or 3 grandkids, and they all look spectacular, ready for a nice meal, obviously. And at about that time, a voice in my head starts saying, you need to go tell her how pretty she is. So, I don't even know if we're eating at this point or not, but food arrives, check arrives, we're going to go down the walkway a little bit in this strip center and look for something, and that's the next thing that we're going to move to. So Tony stands up, I don't tell her any of this, and on my way out, I just kneel down and kind of get into this position where I'm in her level, and right where she's now in her chair, and I said, hey, if nobody else has told you yet today, I just want you to hear from me how lovely you are. And she looks at me with a look I've never seen before and says, I know you. And I said, no, we don't know each other. And she said, I know your spirit. And it gets really quiet between us, and she says, my husband died a year ago, and that's something he would have said to me. And at that moment, I can't talk. I'm overcome by emotion, and I just hug her, smile at her through tears, and I leave. But here's what I know, and here's the reason I'm telling you this. I believe that God taps us on the shoulders and uses us at just the right moment. And what I know for sure is that she was blessed and I was enormously blessed. So I've learned in my life to listen to these shoulder taps because they do happen. And I believe the more that we listen to them, the more in alignment we are with God. And that's an awesome place to be. Shoulder taps.
When I heard that, I couldn't help but think about all the times that this community steps up with shoulder taps, right? How many times people have told me about all the shoulder taps that happen. And I hope that maybe as we step into this week, we might be maybe our Sabbath prayer makes us just keenly aware enough to know when God's tapping us on the shoulder and saying, hey, remember me? I'm still here. Amen.